I'm Terri O'Neill, and I am out in Northern Virginia. Betsy and Lindsay are on here tonight. Betsy is having some trouble with her Wi-Fi, and Lindsay Jax is not feeling well. So she is on here too, but she's going to be quiet. I don't know if she'll pipe up. But we all got the chance to actually get together this past weekend, which was really fun. So I have an agenda that we all put together here. So you're going to be hearing my voice, but this is not all my stuff. So just so you know. All right. So you guys, really quickly, I want to do some recognition. We had an amazing January. So a really great January. So congratulations to you guys for everything you did to build your business in the month of January. And it's awesome because you got the chance to really build that foundation going into February too. So it's really exciting. So the first thing that I want to really recognize, the base of our entire business is party count, party count, party count, party count. Whatever your goal is in this business is all going to be based on your consistent party count. So I want to just recognize guys out there who have held the most amount of parties in the month of January. And we have Betsy organization on here. Betsy, can you mute everyone again? Raquel, if you could mute your line, that would be great. And then anyone who has a 97742, if you could mute as well, that would be good. All right, we've got some background noise. So Betsy, I don't know if you could hit mute again on everybody. Okay. All right, so I just want to recognize you guys for that. So Carrie Hartline, Carrie is she works full-time. And and what I was about to say was, this is Betsy's organization who's on here, my organization, Lindsay's organization. I don't know if Jacqueline's on here or not. I know they have their live training tonight. So if any of her people are on here too, congratulations. And then we also have Shauna's team on here too. So we're all on here together nights. But all right, so top end parties held in the month of January. Carrie Hartline, I don't know if Carrie's on here, I can only see this screen. Carrie Hartline, who works full-time and is a busy wife and mom of 2, held 12 parties in the month of January. So Carrie Hartline, I know, congratulations to you. Summer held 9 parties, and these next 4 ladies held 7. So Shanna Campbell, Michelle Nedwick, Catherine Meluson, and Nicole Carpinello. So congratulations to you guys. That's really huge, building the base of your business. And then I want to congratulate those with tops in sales in the month of January, and you can probably guess who they are. So number 1 in team sales, or not team sales, in personal. So she sold personally by herself, Carrie Hartline, $11,051, Catherine Meluson, $10,400, Shanna Campbell, $8,431, Lindsay Cavanaugh, $7,647, Deanna Goody, $6,473, and Lori Downey, $6,326. You guys rock. What incomes you had in the month of January. Congratulations, you guys. And sponsoring, welcoming new women to the business. I just want to congratulate everybody new consultants into the business. So Jacqueline and I both sponsored 3 in the month of January. And sponsoring 2 is Robin Gusting, Shanna Campbell, Deanna Goody, Kim Prezioso, Lori Downey, and Barb Shepard. So you guys, that's huge. Congratulations to you guys. All right, so I have to show you. I'm very excited about this, so let me share my screen.
Can everybody mute again, please?
Yep, can everybody mute for me? I have a guy talking in the background. I think it's Laura's line. There we go. All right, thank you guys. Okay, so fabulous February trio of incentives. This is super exciting, you guys. I love when they do Swarovski incentives for us. And what I love even more about these incentives are that they're totally attainable. So when you sell $1,000 in sales, you get the Swarovski crystallized phone pocket, and your income is going to be, Laura, if you could mute your line, I would really appreciate it. So Laura, if you could mute your line. So $1,000 sales. That's just one. This $3,000 in sales, which is about 4 average parties. You get the crystallized mirror that has over 560 Swarovski crystals. Can you imagine bringing this to your parties? I actually have one of these that we earned a long time ago that's not nearly as nice as this, I have to say. And I love it so much, it's in my bathroom. I don't even take it to my parties because I love it so much. So I have to tell you guys, I'll be taking this mirror to my parties. So don't do what I did. Bring it to your parties because it's gorgeous and it's a statement piece that you can talk about. I know Lori Kelly mentioned that she brings these to her parties and people are constantly asking her, where did you get this mirror? And she says, I got it as a consultant. So when I do the business, I get the chance to earn Swarovski incentives. And I think that's really exciting. So this is a really great opportunity when you earn things like this to be able to talk about the business. $5,000 in sales is 6 to 7 average parties. And when you do this, you get a crystallized table runner that is handcrafted, which I love. How gorgeous would this be, not only to bring to your parties with your mirror, but also to your events as well. This is a perfect piece to bring to events too. So I really do love the sales. I think they're pretty exciting. All right, so excited to share with you guys, just to interview it. And is Kim Prezioso on tonight? Kim, if you're on, can you unmute? Kim? No, Debbie, I see you're on. All right.
I'm on.
All right, perfect. Debbie, I'm excited to have Debbie on here. Debbie has been with the business for at least 2 years, and she's always been a really great, consistent consultant. Debbie, I always see Debbie on training. She's at conference. She always shows up. And Debbie, she just recently promoted. So congratulations, Debbie, to you.
Thank you.
Group leader, congratulations. Debbie, I want you to share with us, what changed? Like, why did you decide, what? I think I do want leadership. And what did you do? I mean, we all know that the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over, right, you guys? So what was it that changed for you? You're like, you know what? I'm changing my goals. I want something different. And then what did you do different to reach this huge goal?
It was my mindset. I changed my mindset. I changed on how I was thinking. I was thinking about what I needed to do. I listened to you guys a lot. I listened to Lynn Conway. I really, really studied the verbiage of what you all were teaching us. And sometimes we hear it, but with me, I needed to hear it more than one time for it to stick. And I finally realized that once I had that down pat, I had the mindset of changing. It's one thing saying this is what I want, but it's something else with going after it. And I decided it was time to go after it. And that's what I did. And I'm so excited.
Debbie, can you repeat that last part? It was so good. You said it's one thing to decide what you want, and then it's another thing to go after it. Can you say that again?
It's one thing saying this is what I want, but it's something else. You have to be able to go after it. You have to want it bad enough to go after it. You have to want it bad enough to know what you have to change in order to get what that goal is. And that's just the way it is. You have to be able to do that. You can't do it for me. Betsy can't do it for me. I have to do it for myself. And it's something that is in your heart and something that you're doing for you. And it's a gift from your heart to everybody around you, especially the people that are on your team. You're giving them something that is really, really important. And you're giving them the empowerment of being able to go and do what their dream is and what they want to do. And I just sort of felt like if I didn't offer this gift to everybody I knew, I wasn't being the kind of person I wanted to be. And that was part of my mindset, is making sure I was doing that to everybody. And I did. And I felt good about it.
I think that is so huge. I really do. I'm taking notes so fast. I agree with you so much. You talked about your mindset first. And I think that mindset is so much of this. And, listening and attending the trainings. And, we can only train on so much, right? But it's hearing it over and over. There's nothing new in direct sales. There are no new trainings and there are no new ideas. It's exactly what you said, Debbie. It's hearing it over and over and showing up and being there, and listening. And I think that's huge. And going after it, deciding what is it that you guys want to Aruba? Is it an extra $1,000? Is it the mirror? Is it the crystallized tablecloth? Like Debbie said, you can't just say, I want it. You have to say, I want it, and you go after it. Making that effort to go after what you want is so, so huge. And Debbie, I hear people say all the time, and sometimes I even feel like, oh, I want to share the business, but I'm kind of nervous about it. But I love that you said that it's a gift, and you didn't feel like you could be your genuine self without offering this amazing opportunity to other women.
That's right.
That's huge. Debbie, if someone is on here tonight and they're like, you know what, I don't know what I want, or I don't know how to change my mindset. What would you
One of the
suggest?
things that I did was I recognized the fact that something wasn't working. I'm doing my parties. I'm there. I'm having 5 and 6 parties, a month. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, but something isn't right. I knew in my gut something was not right. So I think it's just the fact down, this isn't working. What can I do differently to make this work? Is it my presentation? Is it the way I am standing, the way I'm walking? Is it the way I have my jewelry out? Is it the way that I close my party? Is it the way that I start my party? Am I not talking to people enough? Am I not asking the right questions? Whatever you feel that you aren't doing, or maybe you're not doing enough, dissect it and make a difference. Change it up. Change it to something that you think would work. If this isn't working, something else will. But it's a matter of finding out what that is. And for me, it was my verbiage. I knew it was my verbiage, and I had to change it. And that's what I did.
Awesome. Okay, so changing your verbiage. And what about mindset? What would you say to someone that's stuck and really needs a change in mindset?
I think basically when it's something that's in your heart and you really want it, it's already there. It's getting it out. It's getting it out and saying, okay, I really want this. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. How am I going to get that? How am I going to approach that? How am I going to make this work for me? And also be the person that is going to be good for everybody around me. And not just my team, but even my family. And I think once you have that all figured out and it's in your mind, it's got to come from your heart too. Mm-hmm. It has to. And that's what I did. I actually sat down and I thought about this so many different times. And I constantly was writing down different things that I needed to do to change. And, I'm sorry. You know what? I think I got a low battery.
Oh, that's okay. Keep talking.
Let me plug my phone in. Hang on. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I love how she said to put out there what it is that you want. I have to be honest with you guys. And then our team did a vision board together behind me that I still have up there. And my husband was actually in my office yesterday looking at it, and he goes, gosh, look how close we are to hitting the things in your vision board. And I thought that what Debbie's saying is so true. When you verbalize it and you put it out there and you get your family involved, that does change your mindset. That's really true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've talked to my husband so many times about, he would ask me, so where are you going with this? What do you want to do? This is my goal. This is what I want. This is how badly I want to have this. Mm-hmm. I really want to be a group leader. Well, how are you going to get that? I don't know. I've got to sit down. I have to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And, he would sit and talk to me. And my son-in-law is a businessman, and he's got his own little business. And I would talk to him a lot too. And he was so fantastic with keeping me pumped up. There was times, I'm not gonna lie, there was times I got discouraged, but then once I figured it out, I was like, no, here I go. I'm doing this. It's gonna work. And it did. And the feeling that comes so much out of your heart of what you've accomplished just makes you feel so good. And, and I got to say that once you get to this level, I can't wait to get to the next. I literally cannot wait to get to the next. It's so amazing.
Thank you, Debbie. That's so huge. I so appreciate you sharing that, because Everything you say, I think, hits all of us as women in our hearts, right? That we want to empower others, that it's mindset, verbalizing, and really putting out there. Don't be afraid to put out there what you want. Debbie, congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm just like,
I know, I love
don't
it.
even
I
want
feel
to
it
get
for
down
you.
from it.
I love it. You deserve every minute of this. I just love it. So congratulations.
Oh, my sweetheart.
Thank you. And everything Debbie did and she talked about is building the base of your business. Again, it starts with your party count. So I just want to talk a few minutes about booking parties. You know, there are 5 key things, and thank you, Betsy Bishop, for putting this together for us. She created this booking clinic that I'm going to share with you guys, because she was finding that as she was working with a lot of consultants and leaders, people are feeling stuck with some of their bookings. And so she was able to develop these 5 reasons why you're not getting bookings and how to overcome them. So get your pen and paper ready, because I really love this. First thing that you can do to improve whatever it is as you're reaching out to book parties is, one of the first things that you might want to look at is, we aren't offering parties to nearly enough people, right? So they usually say you have to offer it to 11 people before 1 person says yes. And I love what Wendy Hazlett from office says, that the yeses are in the land of the no's. So if you're not getting any parties booked, how many people are you offering parties to, right? So don't feel discouraged by this. When you are feeling like, gosh, I don't have enough parties, I want you to go back and look at your notes and look at these next 4 pieces. The first one being, am I offering parties to enough people? Are you following up with your customers 100% of the time? Every single person that orders from you, whether it's online, which just really quickly, I want to say online, if they order from you, they don't go into your contacts. So if you have an online order, you need to manually put them into your contacts. So are you asking enough people, right? Are you following up with people 100% of the time? A lot of times people want to hear your voice. So are you, I love this idea. I haven't used this. So when Betsy shared this, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Are you using voice text? You can do this if you have an iPhone, not an Android. But are you using a voice text? Because when someone hears your voice, there's something different about that versus just a text. Are you calling people? Send them a quick text and be like, oh my gosh, Debbie, I'm so excited to chat with you. Thank you so much for your order. I wanted to check in on it. Do you have a quick second that I can call you? Making that voice-to-voice contact makes such a big difference. So that's number 1. Are you offering the party to enough people? And you have lots of people to offer this to, your customer care, your warm call report, everyone that's ordered, right? Number 2, this is my favorite one, is, are you sending a follow-up message after the first one? Most people, and I can't remember what the statistics are, most people will stop after the first reach out. And Liz, I don't know if maybe you know this offhand, because I know you have that quote, what it is to get the actual party booked, how many contacts it takes. But I guarantee you, most of the time, people stop after the first or second one. Sometimes it'll take 10 times over the course of an entire year. Oh, somebody just posted we can voice text on Samsung. We tried it out last week. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for that. Liz, if you find that number and you want to unmute and share, okay. I don't know what it is. Yeah, either. But if somebody checking to see if you saw my message last night. Hey, it's your Sparkle Stalker here. That's what Lindsay says. Your Sparkle Stalker here. Just checking to see if you saw my message. If they don't respond, and I know that they've told me in the past they want to host, I'll often just send a message that says, hey, are you okay? Very rarely, I would say I usually get a response 99% of the time when I say, hey, is everything okay? Because like Debbie said, this is about your heart. I genuinely do want to make sure that everything is okay. We talked about hosting. So when you send the first message, are you doing a second, a third, a fourth follow-up? I will keep following up until they tell me no. I may not do them in 24, 48, 72 hours. I may move them for a couple months down the road, which is great because you create a pipeline. But making sure that you're constantly following up with people. If you're not going to follow up with them, somebody else will. So it's just customer service. You're just offering them the opportunity. The third one is, gosh, Debbie hit this right on the head. What is your verbiage? Is your verbiage too long? Is it too wordy? Is it boring? Is it salesy? get help with your verbiage. Do you know what Betsy and Lindsay and Shauna and Jacqueline and I do a lot, all day, actually? We look at verbiage that people text us. People text us verbiage all day with, hey, I'm going to send this. What do you think? I'm going to send this. What do you think? And we love it because here's the deal. You're going to send us verbiage and we're going to help you with it. And all of a sudden you're going to know what to send and you're going to help your teammates do the same. If you are unsure about what to say, send it to us. If you send me a text that I have to scroll to read, I will not read it. I'm just being honest. I won't. Make your verbiage short. Make it fun. I always have to go back and look at my verbiage. And just a pet peeve, make sure it's spelled correctly. So look at your verbiage. Make sure it's spelled. Make sure it's not wordy. It's not boring. Make sure it sounds like you. If you ever see XOXO, I didn't send it. So make sure it's something that you would send. It's really important. The fourth thing is not diagnosing the response. Okay, so this is so huge. When someone says to me, oh my gosh, I've reached out to 10 people and I haven't gotten anything. Find out, did they all tell you no, not ever? Or let's diagnose it. Was it no, not now? Let's find out, what is their interest level? We don't know what's going on with their life. And it's okay for you to say, oh my gosh, I totally get it. I know this is kind of a crazy time of year for you with your kids in all their tryouts. Would you like for me to follow up with you in the spring? So they could respond. A lot of times if it's someone I'm not really sure about, I'll say, do you want me to follow back up with you or do you want to contact me? If they say I'll contact you, it means they're never going to contact you. But at least I know I can take them off the list. It's okay to hear no's. You're going to find the yeses in the land of the no's. Screenshot your responses and send them to your upline leader because she can help you. She can help you respond to these. She can help you create the verbiage. And then the last one, and this is so key, I think I said there were 4, but there are really 5. This is a bonus Betsy gave us. So at your parties, and this is so important, are you creating a desire for the jewelry and offering everyone a simple sentence? Like, I hope you're thinking about hosting a girls get together of your own. Or better yet, when are you thinking about hosting a girls get together of your own? Everything is in your verbiage, right? I always say that if I go to do a party presentation and I don't have them try the jewelry on before I start the party presentation, I never get any bookings. Does anyone else experience that? Right? It's so odd, but if they come in and they're all like, okay, we're ready for the presentation, no matter what I do, I don't get them to book a party. So if I have them try the jewelry on and I use fake $100 bills, or like Heather made me these really cute cards that I've been using. So I use those. I've used chocolate in the past. Every piece of jewelry that they try on, they get something from me. And then I do a drawing at the end, just a little scrap, the charms that we get. So the person who has the most whatever or the least, they both get it, right? Because when you're creating that desire, they're going to book a party, right? When you're doing dress the guest with the model, they're going to book the party. When you're getting jewelry on them, they're going to book. When they see how much they could earn, they're going to book. But if we don't create the desire, they have no reason to book. So that's really huge. And then, of course, after we're booking these parties, to really maintain our business, we need to make sure that we have really great hostess coaching. And I want to talk about this just really quickly. We've got 5 minutes. And I want to share with you guys, can you guys see my screen? Or no? Yes? Okay. So I want to share with you all the hostess coaching sheet. So this is up on Glam Central. This is so key, you guys, to coaching your hostesses. Everything you need is right here on this sheet. This is all you have to do is print this out, write all of your hostesses' names on here, and go literally hostess by hostess and make sure that you have all of this done. Most of this is going to be done the day of. So if you're looking at the sheet and you're like, holy Toledo, this really stresses me out, this is going to be taken care of as you book that party. So I always say the key to hostess coaching, you guys, is making sure that you're following that checklist. Get the date. Without a date, it's not a party. So if you're there and they say, I'll get back to you on a date, that's not a party. That doesn't count. So only a dated party counts, right? The second thing is treat your business like a business. If you treat it like a business, others will too. When I go into a party, I say, here are the dates I do parties. So make sure that you write out the dates that you do parties. You book the date, and then I say, all right, so we have your date booked. Debbie, in order for Liz to get for her credit before we close out her party, I'd really like to have your invitations all done. So how do you want to do your invitations? Facebook, email, text, combination. I usually do a combination. We set up right then and there how she wants to do her invitations. I say I'm going to close out Liz's party on Wednesday. Do you think we can have your invitations done by Wednesday? And I do this. Do you think we can go ahead and get all your invitations done by Wednesday? 99% of the time they say yes. If you don't have invitations done, you don't have a party. It is so huge, you guys, is getting that date and getting the invitations done makes all the difference in your business. And then really working with your hostesses for their wish list. I send them a link to the catalog, to the flip book, and I say, I would love to see what items you want. Just screenshot the pieces you want and send them back to me. And then that way I can go through and see what we need for your party. And then the last thing is really making sure that your hostesses are doing reminders. Personal reminders to everybody, not posting it on the Facebook event, not the email reminders through Glam Central, but a personal call or text to all their guests. And making sure, I should back up a second, making sure they invited enough people. You know, you want to make sure that they invited 40 people because 20 are going to say yes and 10 are going to show up. So really working with them on who do you know? Who do you know that you're going to invite? You know, what do you want your girls get together to look like? So following those steps is really going to make sure that you have successful parties, making sure that you have a solid date booked, making sure you know how to do invitations and when they're going to be completed by, making sure you have her wish list, that you offered her the business opportunity, and that you've given her verbiage for reminders. Those are the key pieces to hostess coaching your hostesses so that their parties don't cancel. It's so huge. 1 in 4 parties cancel. So if we could really work those steps, you're going to find that your cancellation rates are so much lower. Okay, so I have something that I'm really excited to share with you guys. How many of you have been thinking, gosh, I would really love a Swarovski watch? Anyone? Me too. All right, so check out this watch. This is a Swarovski watch that I'm super excited about. And the Swarovski watch, I love this one. It's white, so I love that. But it's got all the crystals around the edges. It's Swarovski. That's all I have to say is that it's a Swarovski watch, and I absolutely love this. So would you like to earn the Swarovski watch? Anyone? Yes. All right, me too. I love this watch. So here's the deal. Betsy did this really great challenge for us. I think it was in August, and we had a goal to meet a certain amount of parties within all of our organizations combined. So we're doing it again. But this time, we're doing it a little bit different. We have 5 of these watches. So 5 of these watches, every organization is going to get 1 watch. So I have one, Shauna has one, Lindsay, Jacqueline, Betsy, we all have one of these watches that we would love to give to one of our team members. Right now, our goal for the month of February is to have 625 parties open between, I should say open and closed, I should say that, between all of us, right? Betsy, can you correct me if I'm wrong on that? Maybe it's just 625 parties open. I think it's 625 parties on the books, that's what it is. 625 parties on the books. When we meet at 625, we are all going to do a drawing for our organizations, which is so exciting. That means that 1 person in every one of our organizations gets a Swarovski watch. So all you have to do is, as you book your parties, you're going to put them into Glam Central right away. Betsy is going to be posting on our team pages how close we are to reaching this goal. So keep an eye on your team page to see how close we are to reaching this goal. And then at the end of February, or it'll actually be, can you guys, there we go. It'll actually be when we're in the Bahamas. So Betsy and Lindsay and Jacqueline and Sean and I are all going to be together, and we're going to share with you who won this. So here's the deal. Right now, our goal is to book as many parties as we can. I'm going to look in the chat because I think she might be clarifying things for me. So 625 parties booked in February. She's going to post every day on the team's site what our number is, and we're going to announce the winners on the trip. So here's the deal. You will be entered to win this watch when you submit your parties. So March 1st, we'll know who actually went in and submitted their parties. I can't remember. Betsy, can you remind me how the entries go? I think it's 1 entry. She'll remind us here in just a second. She's probably typing. All right, so that's the deal. We have 5 watches. If we don't hit our number, then we don't give away any of the watches. But I know we can do this. So I'm really excited. So if you have parties up and they're not in Glam Central, go right now, enter them in Glam Central, use these booking tips that Betsy gave us tonight, and go and book your parties. And you guys, I think that we can actually hit 700. I don't know about you guys, but I think we can hit 700. So go look on your team page. We are gonna, Betsy says you get an entry for every party you close. Every party you close, you get one entry in for the watch. That's awesome. So excited about this. All right, so you guys, that's all I have for you tonight. If you have any questions, you can let us know. Watch your team page. We'll post the details again up there. I'm wishing you guys the best February ever. I have a great feeling about it. It's going to be really exciting, all these Swarovski specials and now a watch too. So you guys have a great night. I can't wait to see you again next month. All right, good night, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Figure out how to get out of here. It's so funny. Thank you, Betsy. I got the answer.
Okay. So does that make sense? So what happens is we don't care when it closed. As long as it closed in February, on March 1st, we'll look back at all the closed parties in February. So Liz Friedman closes 6 parties. She gets 6 entries.
Okay, so it's only the closed, like if I already have 3 on the books,
Yep.
It's not just those, it's not the 3 extras, it's all
Yep.
6.
So the reason, it's only the ones that are closed that get you an entry, but all parties counted combined need to total 625. So we add the closed number of parties and the open number of parties, and we put them together and say, oh, we booked 625 parties. That unlocks us to be able to do the drawings.
Got it.
Yep.
We're gonna push, I mean, we got a booking blitz going on, well, booking whatever. We have a blitz, business building blitz in my work.
Good. Okay.
I'm hoping we can get us to 100. That would be great.
Yep.
We'll see.
Great.
We'll
Awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to, I'd like to do, I'm going to do a push night, a party up study hall night. And I've got a party Wednesday night and Friday night, but I'm thinking Thursday night. I'm going to try to do that. I'll know tomorrow morning if I can do that Thursday night, and then I'll announce it and work that, try to, because that actually really does help people book parties. I'm finding that it gives everybody a chance to sit down and to drill down and work on that. So carve out the time. So that's fun. That'll be fun.
This is too much for her.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see here. There we go. So anyway, so we're excited about that. The watches are gorgeous. They're like how much are they? $279 is that watch, actually.
That's great.
It's really pretty. It comes in 3 different colors, actually.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
For the people in my org, between the 2, oh.
No, it's not you, it's me. That's why I couldn't do anything.
Okay, can you hear me now or no? Can you hear me? Yes, you can?
Yes, I can.
Okay, no, I was just saying between the 2 programs, I think my org should be pretty darn motivated.
Good.
So let's, I'll.
That's great.
I may go live tomorrow to try to explain again in my org, but yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot going on, so okay,
Great.
That's exciting. Thank you.
Yes, of course. You're welcome. We're very excited about it. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hopping on. Take care. Thanks, Alina. Bye.